Johnston's first report on Singh's energy and evolution was released on May 24. It ruled out a public inquiry into foreign interference in the 2019 and 2021 federal elections. It promised to hold public hearings instead. It criticized some media reports for misconstruing intelligence. The report acknowledged the online misinformation about former Conservative MP Kenny Chiu. He was the author of a bill to establish a foreign agent registry. The bill was seen as targeting the Chinese community. But the report said it could not trace the misinformation to a state-sponsored source. The report also said that the Liberal government did not ignore interference attempts or recommendations from national security agencies. It said that the media reports lacked context and were based on unnamed sources and classified documents. The report's findings and recommendations were met with disappointment and criticism by opposition parties. They accused Johnston of being biased and covering up for the Liberals. They demanded a public inquiry to restore trust in Canada's institutions. NDP leader Jagmeet Singh asked Prime Minister Justin Trudeau to allow more members of his party to be briefed on foreign interference. He also asked for assurances that he could speak freely and critically about the intelligence he would see. Conservative leader Pierre Poilievre and Bloc Québécois leader Yves-François Blanchet declined to obtain the required security clearance to see the intelligence. They said it seemed like a trap to silence them. Singh also called for Johnston to step aside from his role as special rapporteur. He said Johnston had lost credibility and legitimacy. He said he would not participate in the public hearings unless Johnston resigned. The release of David Johnston's report on foreign interference in Canadian politics has sparked a variety of reactions and responses from different political parties, media outlets, national security experts, and civil society groups. The report, which examined allegations of Chinese meddling in the 2019 and 2021 federal elections, found no evidence that the government ignored or tolerated foreign interference. However, it also identified serious problems with how intelligence is shared within the government, and called for more public awareness and education on the threat of foreign interference. The opposition parties have criticized Johnston's report for being too soft on China and the government. They have accused Johnston of being biased and influenced by his ties to the Liberal Party and the Chinese regime. They have also renewed their calls for a public inquiry into foreign interference, arguing that Johnston's report did not address all the concerns raised by media reports and national security sources. The government has welcomed Johnston's report as a vindication of its approach to foreign interference. It has praised Johnston for his independence and expertise and expressed confidence in his recommendations. It has also rejected the idea of a public inquiry, saying that it would compromise national security and divert resources from addressing the real threat of foreign interference. The media outlets that published the original stories on foreign interference have defended their reporting and challenged Johnston's findings. They have claimed that Johnston did not have access to all the relevant information and that he misconstrued or ignored some of the evidence they presented. They have also questioned Johnston's credibility and transparency, noting that he did not name his sources or provide details on how he conducted his investigation. The national security experts have offered mixed views on Johnston's report. Some have agreed with Johnston that foreign interference is a real and growing threat that requires more attention and action from the government and the public. They have also supported Johnston's call for improving the flow of intelligence within the government and enhancing public education on foreign interference. Others have disagreed with Johnston's assessment that there was no evidence of government negligence or complicity in foreign interference. They have also criticized Johnston for dismissing the need for a public inquiry and for downplaying the role of media reporting and whistleblowing in exposing foreign interference. The civil society groups have expressed concern about the impact of foreign interference on Canada's democracy and sovereignty. They have urged the government to take stronger measures to protect Canada's institutions, values, and interests from foreign influence and interference. They have also called for more transparency and accountability from the government and the special rapporteur on how they deal with foreign interference. They have also demanded more involvement and consultation from civil society groups in addressing this issue.